From the fast high bank racing we had from the fast racing we had at Michigan Speedway, where we had a fast-paced Champion Spark Plug 400 on the 24th stop of the season. Stop 25 brings us to the northeastern portion of the Volunteer State, Bristol Motor Speedway in Bristol, Tennessee. You want short track madness? You got it. You want bumping and banging and crashing? You got it. You want all-out racing and excitement? You got it. And it's all here today for the running of the Busch 500, stop number 25 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Night racing at Bristol. Pretty tough to beat. And today we are here, and today 41 cars are in action for 75 laps of racing. And let's get the starting lineup for today's running event. On the pole in the white Rain Ford, it is Keith Batson, his first pole of the season so far. And he has one of our in-car cameras in today's event as well. He'll be alongside two-time winner of the season, Chris Darton, nearly made it 3 at Michigan, but came awful close. And he's also coming in this race. I think third in the points actually coming in this event as well. Maybe second, I don't know. Anyway, starting in row 2 will be Charles Sanford in 29, winner this season at Pocono, and New Hampshire winner Dylan Young is alongside. And Dylan has our second in-car camera in today's event. Third row has three-time winner Jessica Shelton in the RB's Ford car number 17. She won the season at North Wilkesboro, Riverside, and Watkins Glen. She'll be flanked by Benny Watson, number 99, the winner of the season at Rockingham. Next row down has Cole Deaver in the number 3 Oreo Chevrolet, and he'll be alongside Johnny Gardner, the winner of the season at the winner of the last race on the tour at Michigan, Discount Tires Dodge car number 22. Next row down has Quentin Moore in 89, the Racing for Jesus Chevrolet, and the winner of the season at Sonoma, Joshua Collard, in the Auto Value Bumper to Bumper Toyota. Next row down has our third in-car camera, lies inside Levi McIntyre's car, the number 60 Fastenal Ford. He'll be alongside Matt McIntyre, no relation to Levi, number 37 Timberwolf Pontiac. Matt had a really good run the last race on the tour at Michigan as well. Next row down is Gene Sanford, number 21, the Rhesus Chevrolet. She'll be flanked by the 39 Mobile 1 Dodge going for the Bristol Sweep, Zachary Fitzwater. He also won a season at Dover. Next row down has Kyle Matthews, the points leader, coming into this race. Number 24 Net Zero Chevrolet, 3-time winner season. He won at Michigan, the first Michigan race that is. Also won Atlanta and, of course, the Daytona 500. He'll be alongside Nathan Hudson, the 38 Great Clips Toyota. Next row down has Benjamin Miles in 14, winner this season at Rockingham, and the Indy winner, Joshua Osborne, the 33 Reims Chevrolet. And this track is considered to be Joshua's home track as well, because he lives about 4 hours away in Van Lear, Kentucky. Next row down has Jesse Turner, number 27, the Castrol Chevrolet. He'll be a winner this season at Martinsville and the second race at Pocono. And number 9, Track Gear Ford, it is Cat Batson. Next row down has number 34, Trey Wright. He's on the outside of this row. Inside of him, actually, is Ashland Boyd in the MBNA Pontiac car 18. Next row down has the winner at California, Jay Jefferson, in the Navy Chevrolet car number 88. And the man he beat for that victory at California, number 8, Rob Evans, the Tracker Boats Bass Pro Shop Chevy. Next row down, Mike Becker in number 45, Sprint PCS Chevrolet, and beside him, number 15, Eli Bright in the Oakland Homes Chevy. Next row down has Sky Cummins in 62, and number 4, the winner of the Colt 600, William Brock, the Geico Ford. Next row down has Carter Friesen in 36, the Stanley Tools Pontiac, and number 57, Henry Sanford in the Mountain Dew Chevrolet. Next row down, Aiden Shepard in 00, and number 7, Zach Winkle. Next row down after that will be 63, Diego Yepes, and number 1, Bobby Frazier in the Yellow Transportation Dodge. Next row down has Dion Moon in 87 in the Bell Mobility Chevrolet, and number 5, the GMAC Chevrolet of Ryan Brommer. Next row down after that will be Simon Bloomfield in number 10, the Nesquik Chevrolet, and number 44, Shell Pontiac Vince Amrego, who won the Pepsi 400 this season. Then it's Mitchell Collins, number 12, and number 66, Elijah Gordon, a row after that. And then starting shotgun will be James Henry in 74, the Vina Lube Chevy.
Travis, start the engine!
So the field lines up. So the field lining up for some short track madness here at Bristol Motor Speedway. And when they say it's nighttime is the right time, well, nighttime could be full of crashes, smashes, hits, and maybe some tempers flaring. I guess, I don't know. We'll see what happens in the 75 episode ensues here at Bristol, Tennessee. As the pace car goes up on the pit road, the Busch 500 is underway. Keith Batson and Chris Dalton will lead him down to the green. Again, Keith Batson, Dylan Young, and Levi McIntyre will have our in-car cameras in today's event. Batson and Charles Sanford both pull ahead for the lead here. Jessica Shelton going to third position now, and Cole Deaver up to fourth right now as they come up to and Dylan Young getting a little bit loose coming off turn number 4. He and Dollarton both tapped the wall a little bit. Young trying to make a 3 wide between Dollarton and Gene Sanford, but that wasn't going to happen. Three wide, you see right there, Zach Winkle, Bobby Frazier, and William Brock made it 3 wide into turn number 3 and shoved Brock back a couple spots. As the leader is still Keith Batson, and as they come off turn number 2, and they are still going at it back in the pack. Hey, at least you got to have some fun back there, right? Anyway, Bobby Frazier anchor in the field, and here comes the battle for the lead. Charles Sanford to the number 1 spot. He's not yet. I don't think he's ever. Actually, he has won at Bristol before. That came in the Food City 500 a few seasons back. But here comes Batson back to the inside lane, looking low on Sanford to come off turn number 4. Shelton's third, 4th is Quentin Moore, and 5th right now is Cole Deaver. On board with Keith Batson in car 32. Batson runs second at the moment. See where our other in-car cameras are running right now. There's the view from Dylan Young's vantage point. He's running in 10th position at the moment. And there's Levi McIntyre's point of view. He's running 7th. They actually made that 8th now as Benjamin Miles looks slow on the inside. Takes that position away from him. McIntyre also has our rear bumper cam looking right at the front end of Chris Dollarton's car. No shortage of action on the short tracks here, but so far, knock on wood, no yellow flags yet here, and it's usually rare for Bristol. Dylan Young come off turn number 2. He gets past McIntyre, and so will Jesse Turner in 27 as he go into turn number 3 and so McIntyre drops a couple more spots. He drops back to I think 11th spot. Kyle Matthews behind him in 12th. A couple of Buckeyes going out from the state of Ohio. Off the second turn they come here, and those two, by the way, we mentioned opposite ends of Ohio. They're McIntyre and Matthews here. Here, McIntyre from the east side of Ohio, and Matthews from the west side of Ohio, as a matter of fact. So, but both on the south side. Off turn number 4 they come here. Matthews looking low on McIntyre, whose car still insists wants to go to the high side here as they come off turn number 4. And new second place runner now, Jessica Shelton goes to second place right now as she gets by Keith Batson. Shelton's got that Arby's 4 dialed into perfection. She's won, as we said, one of the 3 races this season so far. And one of those was on a short track at North Wilkesboro in the First Union 400. And her other 2 wins had come on road courses, Riverside and Watkins Glen. And interesting enough, all three of them has been on in a Chevrolet. She's at the win in a Ford, believe it or not, this season. So she would like to change that at Bristol. Man, they are caught up to lap traffic right now. Sanford and now trying to get by Ryan Brommer in the 5 car. As he and Vince Almarego just up ahead of him as they come off turn number 4. Almarego, or actually I should say Brommer's now being lapped, and now Almarego does. So this is going to depend on now who's going to get through the lap traffic best between these cars. Shelton, I'm going to imagine, is going to be a little bit frustrated now trying to get by that lap car without trying to make a 3 wide, and she may have no choice, and now she's going to go inside of Brommer now to lap him. And Keith Batson, and Almarego spins, come off turn number 2. And no yellow. So that's strangely enough right there. Meantime, Dollerton and Quentin Moore go side by side for position as Moore tries to take position away. So Charles Sanford pulls ahead here as he's got 2 lap cars between he and Jessica Shelton for the moment. As we're already now 27 laps into the books, and James Henry slammed the wall, come off turn number 2. And so far, Charles Sanford's opened up to a very substantial lead right now over Shelton as they come off turn number 4. As you watch Shelton try to get by James Henry in the 74 car. And that advantage is now 1 second even between the front 2 cars. Shelton's finally going to get around the 74 car, but she's now got Mitchell Collins to contend with in the 12 car. As long as Charles keeps lapping them one by one, though, that's gonna make it harder and harder for the second place cars to catch up to him. Fitzwater to the high side, Sanford to the low side to go into turn number 3. Fitzwater backs off and Charles goes by. So 2 of the Penske Dodges have been lapped there, the 39 and the 12 cars. So Fitzwater not having the run like he had the last time he was here when he won the Food City 500. And now Charles goes to lap his brother Henry. And now here comes Fitzwater to the low side to try to unlap himself here as Shelton has gone by Mitchell Collins in the 12 car. Darn pace car. And now Henry says, "You lap me, Charles. I'm going to try to unlap myself back from you." And they're going to go down through turns 3 and 4. Henry just can't seem to quite muster enough speed to try to pass his brother. So as they come off turn number 2. And meantime, Shelton trying to close up on the 57 car. Keith Batson again is in third position. Fourth is Cole Bieber. Fifth is Benjamin Miles, now in the 14 car. Quentin Morris 6th. 7th is Chris Daugherty. James Henry again is not on the lead lap. Jesse Turner is in the 8th position. 9th is Kyle Matthews, and 10th right now is Carter Friesen, who's making his way through the field nicely in that 36 car. Dylan Young is in 11th. 12th right now. 12th right now is Ashland Boyd. He and Levi McIntyre go side by side. Sky Commons in 14th. 15th is Joshua Collard. Johnny Gardner 16th. 17th is Nathan Hudson. 18th is Jay Jefferson. 19th is Matt McIntyre, and Joshua Osborne right now running in 20th as he's gotten by Gene Sanford and Benny Watson. And now Watson goes by the Sanford sister. So just past halfway home at Bristol so far here, and so far so good, and good racing so far, I should say. As we watch Keith Batson now get around the 57 of Henry Sanford, and Cole Bieber's going to stick behind the 32 car. So Ford versus Chevy for the third spot. And meantime, a 3-car train is being formed between the 29, the lap car of the 4, and the 17 cars. Off turn number 4 they come here. Sanford has lapped William Brock, and now Dion Moon in 87 car. And now Shelton's going to try to get around Brock herself. That don't seem to work as they come off turn number 4. In the meantime, William Brock's battling for position with the 87 car, and I think he's going to get by him. Shelton's going to push him. But Shelton better not look, though, because she's going to have Keith Batson up on the back bumper of her almost. So but I tell you what, Charles Sanford's been lapping those cars one by one, and one that did unlap himself from Sanford was the 39 of Zachary Fitzwater. And now we got a stalled car on the track, and it looks like Osborne. And it is Osborne. Joshua Osborne comes in this race 6th in the standings. He's got mechanical problems in the 33 Reams Chevrolet. And he said he lives 4 hours away in Van Lear, Kentucky. He's actually 3 hours away from in Van Lear, as a matter of fact. So Osborne, the track that he considers his home track, though, not a good day for him. Osborne was running, I think, about mid pack when all this happened too. Meantime, back up front here as Cole Bieber's now gotten around Keith Batson. Batson now look on the high side as here comes Benjamin Miles to the left side. It's going to get him for 4th. And meantime, Jessica Shelton still trying to close up on Charles Sanders. We're now down to 25 laps to go. Caution-free race at Bristol. I tell you what, imagine the possibility of that happening. In the turn number 1, they come here. The number 29 Sonic Chevrolet. Running on rails there. Once he took the lead from Keith Batson, it's been all clear sailing from him so far, except having to get around the lap cars. But in the turn number 3, they come, and Shelton now has clear track between her and Charles Sanford at the moment. As Charles still having trouble trying to get around the 39 car, Zachary Fitzwater. As he and Simon Bloomfield now go toe-to-toe with each other as for position. And Sanford's going to go inside the 10 car, just about tapped into him. Bloomfield's at a high side. He's going to block Shelton's path as they go into turn number 3. And here comes Cole Deaver getting around Vince Almarego in the 44 cars. He's now moved into 3rd position. This race here, Bristol has gone by very quick here. I meant to slow these cars down actually, but whatever setup I did work there, as this race has not been a caution fest as it usually is in the night race. Sanford off turn number 2 as he'll have 15 laps to go this time by, en route to what possibly could be his second victory of the season, as he won earlier, as we said earlier this season, at the first Pocono event. The man from Southern California, looking to hang on here, but Jessica Shelton trying to close up in a 17 car. She's now clear between the first and second place cars again, but doesn't seem to be making any headway, though, to some extent as well. I think she's about wore her car out trying to get around all those lap machines. Actually, just as I say that, she's gained about a couple tenths of a second. Top 10 as we run right now. Sanford leads, Shelton second, 3rd is Deaver, 4th is Miles, 5th is Quentin Moore, 6th is Keith Badson, 7th, Chris Starton. 8th is Dylan Young. 9th, Kyle Matthews. And 10th is Carter Friesen. That's how they run right now at the moment, as lap cars side by side. And Bobby Frazier gets off the wall a little bit going into turn number 1 as the yellow transportation Dodge heats to Sanford. Ten laps to go. And 3 wide racing right there. Quentin Moore in a bit of a predicament right there as he and the 00 car of Aiden Shepard and the 10 car of Simon Bloomfield give Quentin some trouble here. Shelton now gets past the 1 car of Bobby Frazier. Now Sanford tries to get around Kat Badson in the 9 car. Try, but just can't quite do it as they come off turn number 4. Sanford now has 7 laps to go. Looks inside of the 9 car, Kat Badson. Kat again throws the block. Shelton still trying to close. It's now down to about a half a second between those 2 cars. 6 to go. Sanford to the high side. Shelton's going to try to run low. And Sanford tries to stick his nose to the inside of Kat Badson. Kat says, I'm not going to get lapped this late in the race here. 5 to go. Charles looked like he was going to try to pull the bumper on the 9 car of Kat Badson to come off turn number 4. He gets by the 9 car. Shelton tried to get by her as well, but that may have been the dagger right there in the 17's hopes of trying to catch the 29 car, though. 3 to go. And 2 to go now this time by as they come off turn number 4. He won the season at Pocono, Pennsylvania, as we said, the first race over there. And once he took the lead from Keith Badson from his 3rd place starting spot, there's been no stopping Charles Sanford at the moment here. As they come off turn number 4, he sees the white flag. He has 1 lap remaining here on his .533 mile racetrack at Bristol, Tennessee. It'll be his second victory here at Bristol as they come off the second turn. He almost gets in the Fitzwater come off the second turn. Just about spun him out, though, but it doesn't make no difference here. Charles Sanford wins the Busch 500 at Bristol. Domination from start to finish for the 29 team as Charles Sanford dominates the night at Bristol, Tennessee. Jessica Shelton comes home second. Third will go to Cole Deaver. Fourth to Benjamin Miles. Fifth to Quentin Moore. Sixth to Chris Dollerton. Keith Batson seventh. Eighth Dylan Young. Ninth Kyle Matthews. 10th will go to Carter Friesen. Boy, caution free at Bristol. The end definitely is nigh, isn't it? Anyway, average speed 120.741 is the average speed of this event. And sorry if I said all out racing and excitement, and well, we got the all out racing and excitement. We didn't get the smashing, bashing, and hits, and that I said we was going to get, other than the Vince Almarego spin, but that was about it. Rest of the finishing order for here today, 27th, the 11th position in the 27th car will go to Jesse Turner, Johnny Gardner 12th, Matt McIntyre, Levi McIntyre, and Joshua Collar the top 15, then Ashlyn Boyd, Nathan Hudson, Benny Watson, Sky Cummins, and Gene Sanford the top 20 in today's event, as 25 cars finished on the lead lap, with Zachary Fitzwater anchoring that in 25th, Jay Jefferson 24th, Mike Picker 23rd, Rob Evans 22nd, and Eli Bright 21st. In today's event. So 26 on down got lapped in the form of Trey Wright, Kat Batson, Aiden Shepard, William Brock, Simon Bloomfield, Dion Moon, Diego Yepes, Henry Sanford, Elisha Gordon, Zach Winkle, Mitchell Collins, James Henry, Ryan Brummer, Bobby Frazier, and Vince Almarego. Frazier and Almarego both finished 2 laps down, actually, as Brummer was the last car to finish 1 lap down. And Joshua Osborne was the only car out of the race with a header failure. And for all intents and purposes, it's actually an engine failure on the 33 Rheem Chevrolet. So there's going to be some close corners in the engine shop to determine what happened to the header on that Chevrolet. But that's going to drop Joshua in the points, as a matter of fact, too, because he was 6th coming into this event as well, points standing-wise, after this event. So that will do it for Bristol, Tennessee here. And for the night race, Charles Sanford dominates tonight in the Busch 500 as he wins his second race of the season. But if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on the channel. We got NRS's gaming videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA goes on our channel. And please be sure to check out the Coors Light Truck Series, Pizza X Series, Hershey's Cup Series, Last One's Light Series, the Skittles Super Speedway Series, and of course the brand new Duracell Cup Series. Be sure to check those series out on this channel as well as Michael Norman's Budweiser All-Pro Series, also available on his channel as well. And to keep up on the Marvel Studios Cup Series, be sure to subscribe to Thrash Maniac 99 for that series as well. From that series also from the NNSCRA, a league that you will not regret checking those races, checking out their offline stuff. So 25 races are down and 9 races are left to go on this road to the championship for season 22 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Next up on the tour will be at Darlington, South Carolina for the Mountain Dew Southern 500. So for now, this is James Colson, the production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best. We'll see you at Darlington.